Hey everybody, welcome to Boss Talks with the Crew. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new, we hope you love it here. I'm Jay.
I'm Shurelle Monet.
I'm Miss Werking.
I'm Chef Cham.
And we are Boss Talks with the Crew, everybody. So I know you're wondering, why are we all in all black? What's going on? What's the tea? Well, this is our Code Black episode today, hunty. So if you're wondering what a Code Black is, it's basically when a friend, your man, a loved one in general hits you up and tell you to pull up. No matter the situation, it could be something serious, it could be something minor, but either way it goes, your friend needs you to pull up. So that's what we do. We get dressed in all black. Sometimes we meet up and ride in one car. Sometimes we ride separately. Either way it go, we all meet up at the same destination, come into a city near you, and we pull up for our friends when they need us. And that's a period. And it depends on the level. Like, it could be a level 1, which is, okay, we just coming to talk. Maybe your friend just need to vent a little bit. It can be a level 2. It's a little more intense, like, something might happen. A level 3, we about to mess something up. Or a level 4, we about to mess somebody up. So that's just what it is. So the crew has definitely called a couple Code Blacks. We've initiated some. We've been involved in some. But today we're just going to go over. Today we're just going to discuss our most recent one and our last one in the past. You know what I'm saying? Because we grow. It's 2022. We growing. So any scenario you hear today is old. Okay.
Oh. Benito, in the past, arrivederci, it's gone. Bye. It's gone. It's gone.
Okay, arrivederci.
Right.
I'm happy you clarified that, Chef Cham.
Yeah. Even though mine was probably the last Code Black that was called, and I didn't even call it. They called it on me. So I don't know how the scenario went. I just know I was in distraught. I came home. My friends was waiting for me. I'm like, literally waiting for me at the door. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what happened, because I just know I was in distraught and I ain't planning on leaving, but they had a whole nother plan for me. Shurelle, what happened? Tell me what happened. I don't remember.
Well, I mean, we needed to call an intervention on my good sis because my good sis was being a goofy. And so we don't like goofies, okay? We don't like when our friends being goofy. We don't like when they being slow or, just not being themselves or living to their potential or their self-worth. We don't like that. So we had to do a little intervention because sis needed it. We had to save her. We was trying to be Captain Save a Hoe. I'm sorry, we were. It didn't quite work out that way, as we, you're gonna figure it out pretty soon that it didn't quite go that way. But let's just say we went in our own group message without her skirt over here. Had to text saying we pulling up on this time at this day at her house, and we packing up every damn thing. She got to go. It's a wrap. This relationship is done. She ain't know it, but we knew it. And so, we pulling up in one car. I don't know, I think Jayla met us there.
Mm-hmm.
You met us there, Jay?
Yeah, I met y'all there because I was studying. So, and at the time, like, I lived kind of farther than everybody else. So I just drove myself and met y'all there. But I was there on time, ready for whatever.
All y'all was on time.
And let Brittany tell it, we had pulled up with.
Oh, they was ready. We had a friend that had some rope. She had some alcohol. She thought was chloroform. She was going to cut her mouth and drag her out the house. We was ready.
I wasn't gonna let her poison you though. I wasn't gonna.
I was ready for the rope though.
I thought this was an intervention, not a kidnapping.
Well,
I mean,
that's what it sounds like. Y'all trying to kidnap me, but it's out of love, so I'm gonna let it slide. It's out of
save
love.
your life, save your sanity.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, if we had to drag you out the house with the rope and the chloroform, aka alcohol, that's just what we was gonna do.
All love.
Yeah, y'all ain't never lied, because that whole toxic scenario, toxic relationship, it was just toxic. And if I wasn't leaving on my own, so they had to make me. Granted, I still, even though they tried to.
Okay, so this what had happened.
Oh,
We pulled
see,
up to the house.
the real story. Tell me.
Yeah, let's get the real story out.
Because we sugarcoating it. And we
Don't sugarcoat nothing. Because like I said, I was distraught. And I want my sister, cousin, and best friends to tell me what happened.
Okay, so what had happened was we pulled up to her house. She just pulled up from working. So it was like perfect timing. I knew what time she got off. I think I might even talk to her on the phone before she pulled up. She didn't even know we was on our way to her
location.
I got your location too. So we pull up. You in the car already crying, actually, I think. I don't know what had happened, but you was already crying. So I'm right open that door. And I was like, and this is why we're here, because it's time for you to go. I remember me doing that specifically. I opened up your car door and I was like, I don't even need to know what's wrong. All I know is it's time to go.
It's the last time you cried.
This is yep. This is it. It's not happening anymore. You're leaving. We're packing up. We packing up. Period. So, anywho, we get in the house. Everybody has dispersed to different rooms. It's like 6 of us. We didn't disperse. We had divide and conquer the whole house. Okay. And everybody doing their part. Packing up. Here she go. Well, wait. What? Hold on. I said, where your social security? Where all that? I need to know everything. We packing up all the important stuff. We come back for this other stuff. We need that. We need your clothes. These your flat irons. This your soap. He ain't getting left with no dish detergent. He ain't getting left with no nothing. I was packing everything up. You was like, well, wait, hold on. She trying to still get dressed for the event that they were supposed to be going to the same day.
Mm-hmm. And still went to the event the same day.
It still goes to that event at the same time. But y'all made a decision for me, and it just didn't work at that time. I wasn't ready to leave. Pretty much, I don't know. I can't say. At that time, I was dumb. Like I was.
And that's okay. And because I knew you was dumb, I decided to take it upon myself, because this is what sister cousin do. I can do this stuff. I can do this. I decided to just fuck up the house, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I knew she wasn't leaving. I knew it when she kept saying, wait. Okay, so she want to stay. I'm gonna make her ass feel dumb as hell, clean up all this shit. So I went in the kitchen. I'm taking pots and pans out the damn cupboard, took the nigga's batteries out his Xbox, because nigga, you ain't playing no games today.
No games tonight.
Y'all
no game being played today. Your controller has no batteries. How about that? Trashed. I think I was looking for the rest of the batteries to throw them in the trash too. But yeah, I decided to mess up the house, because at this point I knew she wasn't leaving. So I said, well, she's gonna feel like a goofball cleaning up this house after she's standing here with this dude still.
Which she did, clean up that house probably that night.
After the event. Believe it or not, I lived out them bags for the next like 2 months until we like, because I wasn't about to put all that stuff back. So no, sister cousin. Yeah, I wasn't cleaning that up. I lived out them bags for 2 months. But hey, it is whatever. It's 6 big ass bags of clothes. I don't know where everything is. Couldn't find a pair of underwear, a bra, not nothing. Let alone, like I said, my social security card. I went upstairs. My mattress was flipped over. Everything was gone. You know what? But like I said, I'm grateful, because that whole scenario was very, 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 very toxic for me. And being in a place where you feel like you're stuck, but you know you're not stuck, because you know you can make that decision at the end of the day, but you're scared to be alone. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to be alone. I really ain't been by myself, for a long time. So at that point, I was scared. Yeah, I stayed 2 months afterwards, but I had to leave on my own. And I learned my lesson and my self-worth and my self-love from that, because I guarantee you, I'm not gonna take nothing else like that from another man, because I already been through that. So that's why I'm happy I always have my girls, because even when I'm sometime and I might stay they help me, and they got my back, and I ain't there no more, because I don't know, just breaking from that scenario, and having something completely different is warming. And actually knowing your self-worth is somebody that's able to love you the way you're supposed to be. Ladies, don't settle. Let that go. Period. It's over with. Arrivederci.
Finito.
It's gone. Period.
Peace out.
So yeah. And since then, we haven't messed up anything. We have turned over our code black forte. Unless it's absolutely needed, but we're still not messing something up. We are going to sit down, talk to you like the best friends and young Black women should have, because the way we're going out right now, our mental can be taken over. I don't know if y'all seen about that lady that tried to run her boyfriend over, but that's just an example, literally, of having your mind take over and not know where you are at that
emotions.
Love, emotions, all of that clouds your judgment and your thoughts. So no, you don't want to get into a scenario where you can't think for yourself and you end up doing something that you cannot get out of. You can't take this back. So yeah, ladies, if you're not getting your self-worth and your self-love, bye. It's 2022. What he ain't gonna do, somebody else will. Not just for you. If you got kids, it's gonna come too. Because baby boo, it's not worth it. Your spiritual, your mental, your emotion, all of that, it's all going to factor in your mind at the end of the day. And how are you going to be able to love yourself, let alone your children, if somebody else is clouding that thought and judgment? Let it go. So yeah, we turned that table on our cold blacks.
I'm going to speak really quick before I let one of the ladies. I'm just going to say, for me, I learned a lot from that cold black. It taught me to mind my business a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As far as you have to let your friends go through their own tragedies, their own trauma, because it is a growing and learning process. Mm-hmm. And you trying to force them to see something that they just don't see, it's not gonna make anything happen. Like nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna get resolved. They have to feel want to save themselves. Mm-hmm. So you can be there to pick them up. You ain't got to be the I told you so friend. You ain't got to be none of that. You just be there when they're ready and be like, I'm here. I got you. So that's where I've stood back and I become that friend. I don't take things upon myself anymore. I learned, because after that, we didn't even come to your house no more because it was uncomfortable. We couldn't come over because we had just destroyed the man's house.
Yeah. Not we.
Okay, me and Jayla.
Me and Shurelle.
Brittany was consoling me the whole time while I was in distraught. She was like, yeah, it's okay. I don't understand what's going on. That's me. You leaving. But it's okay. Because we understand, but no, you're not.
Like her while they packed up her shit. Like
literally, she was trying to get us to unpack Flatiron so she could still do her hair.
Gonna swoop.
I was going out with my man. I didn't care what y'all talking about. I knew I was gone. I'm like, these bitches crazy. No, for real. Imagine all of us pulling up at your individual homes. Like, what are
in all black?
In all black. What y'all about to do? Not me.
Okay,
Kidnap me. What you about to do?
Kidnap.
At that point, that's what it was. Talking about some intervention. Y'all hoes tried to kidnap me, but it's okay. I forgive y'all because it was out of love.
It was.
Even if you didn't forgive us.
Jayla, what you learned?
Well, for me personally, to double back off what Shurelle said, mind my business, unless it's needed, we're going to be there regardless. But in situations like that, and especially after me coming out of a toxic situation, I definitely could have called a cold black multiple times, plenty of times. But from our past cold blacks and seeing the outcome, majority of our cold blacks, depending on who that person was, they didn't leave. So it's kind of like, why call a cold black personally if I'm a stay? Mm-hmm. So I just learned to just, mind my business, like I said, and only call a cold black if it's 100% necessary. But if I know I'm ready to go, I'll call it. But if I'm about to stay, I'm not about to call it, have all y'all come, just for me to sit there and still be with this person by the end of the night. Like, but don't get me wrong, y'all. I definitely should have called a couple times, and the outcome may have been me leaving just based off of the stuff I went through, and my friends may have been a wrap for that person. I don't know, but but at the end of the day, like, I definitely learned, like Shurelle, like everybody said, your friends, they gonna do what they want to do, regardless of how we feel about it, regardless of what we think, because anything we do is always out of love. It's not like we called a call back to target Chameira or anything. Like, we literally had a whole meeting, like Shurelle said, saying we need to help our sis. Like, we got to get her out of this situation because it's toxic. We can tell that it's changing you. Like, we don't want to see none of us like that. But at the end of the day, we gonna all do what we want to do, but we gonna still be there as friends whenever needed. But if y'all call a call back, you know, I'll be there. But I think those days are behind us. So
Definitely are.
They definitely are. Growth.
what about you, Miss Werking? What did you learn?
I don't really remember that day. I have the worst memory of the group. I can't think back that far. I don't remember it. I remember the rope, the chloroform, and the bed being pushed off. Other than that, I don't remember nothing else. But as far as what I learned, I'm already the mind your business friend. I feel like we all grown. We're gonna do what we want. So if you want to talk, I'm there to listen, no judgment. So I feel like I was kind of already doing that. Nah, I just feel like I'm gonna just shut up. I already do it now, but I'm just be quiet. Oh, your man tripping again? Oh, okay. I'll give you some advice, but I'm not gonna be invested because
You gonna do what you want.
yeah, you can do what you want. Like I do what I want. I might come crying to y'all about something, but I'm like, oh, that's great advice. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this.
Hard-headed.
Very, we all are. I know I am.
We all are, because if I would have mentioned so many things that I went through with past people, y'all would have been looking at me like I was crazy for staying as long as I did. Like, that might have been the time y'all judged me because I went through some stuff. But y'all, I know it would have been out of love, so I would have been offended. But yeah, we do what we want, no matter how bad the situation is to others. We gonna do what we want at the end of the day. So,
Just
but
stick with your friend and get them that love and support they need. That's all you can really do.
All you
Make
can't
your own
do
choices.
at this point, you can't make somebody leave, you can't make somebody stay. But what you can make them do is grow. So from our cold black situations, that is definitely what we did. We have grown for sure. Late.
I would agree. I do, though, since, you know, the subject's about co-blacks. You know, we were talking about we were young when these situations have occurred. So, you know, some of our younger selves, like, has there ever been a time where somebody needed to call a code black on one of us? Do you think anybody's dude should have called a code black on them?
Not mine. That I had.
No?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not saying, yeah, he probably could have called a cold black on me, but he didn't. And I was toxic. This was the same relationship that I was in when y'all tried, you know, when y'all came there. Yeah, I didn't like what he was doing. So I used to be angry. I blacked him in the eye.
And you tried to say I was the only.
I blacked his eye, and he ain't called no cold black, but he should have. Because I know if somebody hit my son in his eyeball, I'm pulling up and I'm saying what's going on.
That's when you call a cold black.
Yeah, that's when you call a cold black, but he ain't call it on me.
So I'm not the only one who's blacking people's eyes.
Oh, we was toxic together.
Back then.
Yeah, we was toxic together. But
okay, I didn't know, my good sis. Both was putting hands.
I mean, at that time I did, yeah. At that time I did, yeah, but I didn't do it no more, because if he would have hit me back, it would have been bad, and I would have been crying. You know what I'm saying? It just would have been too much. So I learned that lesson too. Don't put your hands on a man at all, because he could have killed me. But that day he left the house. So I think that was probably me learning my lesson from keeping my life. So yeah, he could have called a cold black.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jayla, you got a cold black situation been called?
I feel like a cold black could have been called on me, but anything I ever did, I was provoked. So that's just what it is. But I definitely did.
Taurus
I definitely have gotten a little violent from time to time. I ain't blacking nobody's eyes or anything, but I definitely swung a few punches, slapped a few slaps, you know, but he ain't call it on me, but I will say, like everybody else has said, don't put your hands on no men. Men shouldn't put their hands on women. It's equal. It ain't no, like, I know women are not as strong as men, but that don't mean we should still hit them. No. Because if they hit you back, y'all just gonna be rumbling in the top. I mean, I'm gonna be rumbling. So I don't know about everybody else out there, but y'all might just get hit. I know everybody on this phone, you hit me, I hit you back. We gonna be rumbling and tumbling. But
I'm little. He might knock me out. You a little too.
You better rumble and tumble.
Rumble and tumble. We probably gonna lose, but you ain't going out like no sucker. Nah. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going out like no sucker. But yeah, definitely could have called a cold black on me a couple times.
Yeah. B? You gonna tell me? No, I'm not arguing with these.
My bad, sister cousin.
Brittany just ignores people.
She don't let them get to her like that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
I wish.
I absolutely love it. Kudos. I commend you because that's not who I used to be. I am that person now. I am very much like, but back in the day, honey, every little thing got to me. I had no self-control. I had probably anger management issues. I will say I probably did because I used to put my hands on people, and I'm not at all like condoning or proud of that because that is very dangerous. You're playing a very dangerous game when you start putting your hands on people. Mm-hmm. So I think this is like a non-violent, you know, this is like we don't do domestic abuse. That's in general. Men, women, we don't tolerate that. No. And with me being one of the people that used to put my hands on people out of frustration, like that's not okay at all. And so yes, it was a couple times that my dude at the time could have called a cold black on me because I had no self-control, and I'm happy he had self-control. Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have went a whole nother way between me and him if he didn't have self-control and he wasn't, you know, in the right mind to be like, let me let this mm-hmm. She crazy. I'm gonna keep her right over here. You know what I'm saying? So I should have, could have, would have, didn't happen, thank God. But I am happy that you know, we've grown.
And then real quick, like Shurelle said, we don't condone violence. And if you ever feel a way, you feel it coming on, walk away, remove yourself. No PSA, it's not okay, don't do it.
At all. Okay. Yes. Shh. So
mommy life.
Have you ever gone through a guy's phone, any of you ladies?
Yep.
Yeah. Actually.
Never again though.
Snoopies. Y'all some snooping snoopies.
Well, if you go looking for something, you're gonna find something.
True. And you always find something when you're looking.
That's why I don't look no more. Because whatever's gonna be revealed, damn it, it's gonna be revealed. And then it might, Shurelle always say this, it might not be in the way that you want it to, but it's gonna come out whether or not. Everything that's done in the dark is always gonna come to light. So no, I didn't turn that leaf over too. Never again. Last time I went through a man's phone, I lost 15 pounds in a week, and I am not exaggerating. Not exaggerating. I didn't dealt with some men. I used to be in my mind. Y'all know my mind wasn't right. It was not right. Now I can talk about this and hopefully touch somebody else because that is not worth it. Mm-hmm. Losing your mental, whatever is done is gonna be done. A man that's want to be kept is a man that's gonna be kept. Period. It's nothing that's going to stop him or put him in another situation or predicament to hurt you. Because if that man loves you, yeah, he might make a mistake, but he's not going to hurt you. It's the difference between a mistake and hurting. And especially if he's going to keep apologizing for the same thing.
Apollo lying.
I like that. You might as well have been a liar. What am I doing? Say a liar. Okay, because no, any man that's about to do that, he don't love you. No. Let it go. So no, stay out them phones. Shurelle, you been through a phone before?
Now you know I done been through a phone before.
What you do?
that was all in my high school days. After high school, I really did stop that because I learned at an early age as well, not to do that, because especially when it's like you're not leaving, you just hurting your feelings. So until you're ready to leave, I mean, I feel like if you really just like felt like this is it, this is over, like we ain't got nothing else to discuss, I might as well know what he doing. I'm not saying go through nobody's phone. I'm just saying, like, if that's would be the time that I would tell you to go
That's
through
your closure that you think you need.
if that's what you need to be like, this is it, this is done, then okay. Even though you still should just don't go. If you ready, just go, because you know we know as women, we know we got that woman's intuition. So it's like you already be knowing. Jay.
Girl, you taking the words out of my mouth, because that's exactly why I went to that phone. Women's intuition. And some people really don't believe in women's intuition, but it's literally a real thing. Like back in the day, I will say as an adult, I have went through a phone. Back in the day, I didn't used to, but in my adult days, I have gone through a phone. And what did I find? Stuff that I knew I was gonna find, and that helped me be depressed and all that crazy stuff. But never again. I feel like I think Chameira said, when God wants to reveal something to you, he gonna reveal it. But also, as Shurelle said, I felt like I needed to find something to leave. Right. Like, it's like, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know this person may not be good for me. I know other things they doing are toxic, but I just need that one last thing for me to be like, I gotta go. And me, I don't like coming to somebody without proof, without evidence. I can't say, hey, I think you're doing this, that, and the fourth, and I don't have no receipts. I like to come to somebody with some receipts. So the only way I can get receipts was go through that phone, go through that iPad, go through that Apple Watch. I went through it all, because I
went through all the Apple products.
Okay, Apple.
Stop linking your shit. Stop linking your. I don't want to tell them about a cheat. Never mind.
Yeah, but because when you with somebody, I knew all the passwords. It didn't even matter what he did. But like everybody else said, that's old. Like, I don't feel like I should be able to do that no more. If I feel like I have to look at your phone,
and we don't,
that means I feel like you're doing something,
and we can't trust.
That means I just need to go. And then because my women's intuition never lies. Okay, so if I'm getting that feeling, then you're probably doing something, and I'm gonna just head out, because I don't have time. We old, we grown, we in our 20s. Like, I just don't have time no more. I'm not going to know my phones. Period. Period. If God want me to know, he gonna show me. So that's just that on that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Miss Werking, what about you?
I've only been through a phone once in my college days, and I feel like I turned it like a blind eye to it. I went through it, found some shit, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is old, so it's not that bad, or they wasn't biting, they wasn't taking it, so like, it did not really happen. And then I also feel like I had did my own shit where he went through my phone, so I tried to like justify what I saw, but I just feel like one, don't go through a phone. Two, if you do, don't justify shit. Wrong is wrong, even if you've done your own dirt, your own things. Wrong is wrong, and leave. You don't need to find a reason. If you want to go, get the fuck gone. That's your reason right there.
Finding a reason is a reason for you to leave.
That is so true.
Don't go looking for a reason. You got it right there in front of your face. What are you trying to deny it for?
That feeling alone lets you know it's time to go.
That's it. That's it. When you get that butterfly, that
it's that that ooh.
Something right.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
And the tit for tat. I used to be a tit for tat type of person when I was younger, especially back in the day. I was a tit for tat girl. I wasn't leaving. He wasn't leaving. He was messing with old girl. You know what? That's cool. I'm gonna let him go do this, but I'm gonna go do this. And I was the type, I wanted to get caught. I want your feelings to be hurt. So you was trying to do it on the sly. No, I want your feelings to be hurt. So I'm going to hurt your feelings. And you ain't going nowhere. So you're gonna be your feelings hurt. My feelings got hurt. Now we even. Okay. So now we're not gonna do this no more, right? We're gonna do this no more. Okay, we're not gonna do this more. Then he go do something else. And then I'm like, I'm gonna do this. And it just became repetitive and it became very toxic. And that was one of the questions that we were actually going to be speaking up, is like, were you ever the toxic one in the relationship? I know Chameira kind of said she was as well, but so was I. And when I say toxic, I was toxic in the way that I did toxic things, but I also allowed toxic things to occur to me. And when you are allowing toxicity, then you are a part of the problem.
Yeah.
You are a part of the problem.
Right.
It's not woe is me no more. Y'all know I hate victims. So you know me, I'm always like, well, y'all know I hate victims. So I had to stop being a victim and I had to say, like, own up to it. Like, this is me. I caused this on myself because I am allowing this behavior to keep happening. And when you allow it, it's on you. You are hurting yourself. At the end of the day, it's a reflection of how you treating yourself.
Yep.
You're treating yourself in an unrespectful manner. He treating you in an unrespectful manner. You allowing this disrespect. He's gonna continue to disrespect you.
You become what you surround yourself with. Literally, you surround yourself with negative and toxic stuff. That's what you're going to become. You be positive and surround yourself with positivity. That's what you will become. So I think that definitely plays a main part of it too. Letting somebody in your space that's not meant to be there. And that go back to our first episode. Letting go, not just best friends, but relationships. Period. That's just it. Just let it go. It ain't no. What's the point of being toxic? And then you go home by yourself at nighttime, crying. Or even if you're not at home by yourself at nighttime, you laying next to somebody that is like it's just a body. Just a body. That's more than enough reason for you to leave right there. Don't do tit for tat. What you doing tit for tat for? He's already not here. You're already not here mentally. So what are you holding on to?
The thought.
I don't get it. So because of that, I don't know. Ladies. Next question, though. Have you ever destroyed someone else's stuff or your man's stuff? Or let's just say somebody's stuff in general?
Nope.
I will. I did. I told you I done did a lot. I ain't told y'all this, but y'all remember the ex in high school. The high school ex. If you're watching this, it ain't no bad blood. I still love you. But you know what I'm saying. It ain't no bad blood. This man knocked my damn mirror off the side of my Cavalier. Don't know why he did it. I cannot remember. All I know was my mirror was gone. It was gone. It was gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we had an argument later on that day. All I know is I came out of high school. Before cheerleading practice, my mirror was gone. So you know what I did? I walked my happy ass around to where he parked his car, his little black car. I don't remember what he had. And I kicked that bitch down. So we both ain't gonna have no mirrors. How about that? I gotta get mine fixed and you gotta get yours fixed. So yeah, it was in high school. I haven't done it since, but I kicked the mirror off because I knew you did it. Who else was gonna do it? Toxic, see? But y'all remember I was in toxic shit from high school to after high school. It was like kind of a repetitive thing. And that goes back to what I said. If you surround yourself with toxicity, that is what you will become. Period.
Facts.
Period. And I'm telling y'all this. If you surround yourself with toxicity, that is what you will become. Until you make that journey of leveling up and letting everything go, you ain't gonna see nothing but doors close in on you, and you just gonna be sitting there confused because it's something within you now that you have to stop accepting, that you have to take accountability for. You have to take accountability for being in these toxic relationships and becoming toxic. So no, I was through some shit. So yeah, I'm very happy to say that I'm not no more. But take it from me, let it go, y'all.
So you destroyed stuff. Jayla didn't destroy anything. Brittany, you haven't destroyed anything. I know you haven't.
You destroyed something, cousin?
Yes, you know.
No. Wait, hold on. I have never destroyed anything. I have thought about it. Yes, look at me. Y'all proud of me?
I am
proud of somebody's space. I have never destroyed an object. Okay. So
nobody just heard it. I might have destroyed somebody's face. I have not destroyed an object.
Oh, she is on it today.
Let me just say that I thought about it. I mean, y'all remember 12? Y'all remember 12?
Mm-hmm.
One of my people from back in the day. Well, I mean, I'm gonna like really wrap the story up. So he has somebody at his house, And I knew. And so I just knocked on his door. And, he wasn't answering the door. And so at the time, he was living with his mother. We were young, we were in high school. And his mother wasn't home. So I decided to call his mom and say, hey, 12 and I believe such and such, which was the girl, Becky, are here at the house. Can you please just tell him to open the door? She's like, just go home, Shurelle. He like, just leave, like, just don't even, just go home. I said, I will, I'm gonna go home. But can you tell your son to open the door first? And she was like, Shurelle, just go home. I said, I'm gonna go home. I promise you I'm going home. I'm going home. But can you please tell him to open the door? So she hung up on me. I'm pretty sure she called him to tell him, don't you open up that damn door. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't gonna open up the door because the girl was in there. And I promise you, if it wasn't for his mother that I love dearly to this day, love you, I would have kicked that door down. But it was her door. It wasn't his. So I couldn't kick it down because that door was gonna be on the floor. And I thought about it. I looked back at his car and I thought about Sugar and Tank and busting tires and slashing tires and busting windows. But I left it alone. I went home. I cried like a baby because I was full of anger. Sadness, all of that. Girl, I wanted to kick that door down and I had the strength in me as much. I felt like the Hulk was about to come out of me. Like, real strong when she get mad. Don't mess with her on that. When I get upset, I really do black out. I really don't be knowing what happened. People are like, you did. I'm like, I did what? I didn't do that. They're like, you did. But yeah, no. So I never destroyed anybody's stuff. I thought about it. But thank God you think before you act, because you never know with your actions and how they'll lead into something, a whirlwind of trouble for you. So yeah, I agree. I love it. I love the fact that I had self-control at that moment because it could have went really bad. It definitely could have, for sure. And I'm glad it didn't, because you could have been in. I know I almost went to property, that one place a couple times. I know, but you ain't have to do that this time. So let me go back to one of our first questions. Since you went to his house and you was knocking on the door and you was calling his mama, is that a code black? So should a code black have been called on you? Yeah, he probably should have called a code black on you. So yeah, my dog. I did. Yeah, my dog, mommy. I just forgot. His friends they did pull up, right? They was right behind me when I was banging on the door. Two of his friends pulled up and they was like, what is you doing? And I turned around, I was like, tell him to open up the it was really bad. They was like, because they didn't even know what was going on. It was scared or they stayed. They drove up after a while because they was looking like I was crazy, and it was like, oh, he about to go. He about to be a part of this, girl. Because I was like, I ain't about to help him. Mm-mm. Yeah, I was on beast mode. Okay, so his friends, they came unknowingly. They came unknowingly to a situation, and they was looking at me like I was crazy. Yeah, they drove off. Somebody just pull up, pop up on they dude, and then they see you there, and they like, yeah, never mind. You ain't about to be beating our ass too. Let's go. Oh, you call him tomorrow if he alive. Yeah. Oh, happy both of you. Such a relief. I'm so happy I grew too. All of these things have really molded me into a calmer person. I release my anger, and then when I do get angry, I just learn how to deal with it a different way. So as you should. I'm happy. Brittany's not the angry one. Jayla, she's a Taurus, so don't push her. She like me. I don't know. Jayla and me are feisty. I really think it's because of my sign, and I only say this because y'all know I'm the last day of a Taurus and literally the cuff of a Gemini. So I feel like by me being a Taurus, yeah, I could get angry, but it takes a lot to make me mad. Like, I am patient. I will hold you down through whatever, friend, boyfriend, however it is. But when you
make me mad or hurt it ain't no coming back. It's no coming back from that. It's just over and done with.
I feel like that's all of us, except for
our sister.
Now, Shurelle, when you done immediately. It's no thinking about it. It's no second thought in your mind. That's just it. You're done.
I am done, but it takes me a long time to get done too. Sometimes it takes me too long, but you are right. Because when I am done,
you're done.
There is no stepping back. I don't.
So
and I love that. I'm so happy. And I wish I'm learning to like, I'm ready to like cut it off right then and there. Now I'll just be like, nope. I'm not.
Exactly. That's how you feel
like right. I don't give nobody a chance at all.
And that's okay too, because that's enough pressure to make a nigga really come want to get you, because ain't nothing wrong with that. You holding your standards up here, baby boo, not down here. So y'all got to come up here at this point. No, we ain't doing that. So it ain't nothing wrong with that either. We've grown.
Hey, since you said something about pressure, I like that. How these dudes gotta come now when it comes to that pressure?
You go first, sis. Pressure.
Yeah. No, I want to hear y'all first. Let me. I'm done talking.
I'll talk first. Brittany, you go.
I rather they don't come bother me. I'm in a season of self-discovery. I like being dead ass though. Like I'm really focused on myself. I know I need therapy. We discussed it before. Like it's things I need to get off my chest and work on. So I rather niggas don't bother me. I don't want to be bothered. But if they were, I feel like this is hard. This is also why I'm single. Because I feel like I need somebody that knows how to communicate. And I feel like guys don't know how to do that. And outside of like a hi, bye, I want stimulating conversation. Like I want you to talk to me, teach me something. I love to learn. Teach me something. I feel like come with that. Honestly, this is mostly, I just want to talk.
That's sexy. A man that can teach you.
Don't talk.
Yes.
I'm somebody that's ambitious, with drive. Like I have a whole business. I need somebody to understand that and possibly be on that same wave to kind of get me. So when I'm talking marketing and all this other shit, he ain't sitting here like, huh? Like I need you to understand what I'm saying. Like, do you speak English? Do you speak my language? I need somebody to speak my language.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's it. Leave me alone right now because I'm focused.
It's okay. Leave her alone right now. She focused. But when you come looking, don't come looking like Scooby Doo.
Don't have step. I'm saying.
Don't come looking like that. Apply that pressure.
JJ. Let me talk to you.
What's pressure, baby?
So I feel like this is the first time, like the person I'm dating now is the first time I actually have had somebody that applied pressure. So I feel like honestly, this is my first time ever understanding what pressure really was, because I never experienced what I have going on. Like the stuff I thought may have been good in the past, I mean, was not really good. Like I never been with, or dated someone or been with someone in a relationship, period, where they are there for me emotionally, physically, mentally, or any of that, sexually, whatever it may be, up until now, as of recently, and I'm 26. So
and you young, baby. Like, okay.
Huh?
You young. So that's
little boys, baby. It sounds like you got you a man.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like no shade to nobody that I've dealt with in the past, but I was dating boys. Okay. So
shade. We all were. Shade. Very much.
Okay, it can be shady. So shout out to you, honestly. But this is the first time I'm dating now is the first time I actually experienced something that I'm supposed to get. So it actually gave me an example of what pressure really is. Like when I tell you he's there for me mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. Like I never had that before. So honestly, this is my first time really experiencing somebody that's bringing pressure. Because I know at the end of the day, I was always the one with the pressure. Like I'm the catch, you feel me? So this is the first time like we both the catch. It's like equal. Like I'm dating my equal. I was so used to dating people that's like B said, you want somebody on your level. And I was dating people, shade, no shade, however you want to take it. I was dating people that wasn't on my level at the end of the day. But like I always say, I was somebody that used to fall in love with potential, or fall in love or fall in like or lust, whatever, with potential. So it's like from here on out, I'm not doing that. I'm falling in love with what you showing me up front. Like, is you applying that pressure right now? I'm not waiting till later. I'm not waiting till a month. I'm not waiting. If you ain't coming right now, week 1, I need pressure. Because this one right here, pressure on the first date. Okay?
Mm.
So that's pressure to me. But who didn't go yet? Shurelle?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Shout out to pressure. That's
Shout
my
out to
name,
pressure. Okay.
Shout out to Pressure. Got our good sis smiling.
Glowing.
Hair
Glow.
flowing.
Yes.
Yes. Pressure.
I just got to say that right quick. Shout out to Pressure.
Face getting flatter, ass getting fatter.
Y'all know, like these, if don't nobody else know, these girls right here, they've been with me through every person I dated, every relationship. They know majority of what I went through. And they can tell you right now, this is different. And I ain't saying that to say it. I wouldn't even speak on it if it wasn't true. Because I'm not giving nobody credit that ain't applying pressure.
I
So
know that's right.
so hi pressure.
Hi, Pressure.
That glow hitting different over there, sis.
Yes.
We see it. We happy to hear that. We love to see it.
Yes.
Where we go?
Oh, I'm pointing.
You ain't go. I ain't go.
Y'all too. She want to go last. You know, she got a sermon.
No, I don't. Mine's is really simple because Brittany basically said everything that I would say. Make love to my mind, not my body. Only, even though I'm celibate, so you ain't touching nothing anyway. But I'm also too not in the dating world at the moment. Unless he came with something extraordinary. Right now, because I have things and goals that I want to work on, and there's certain things that I want my dude to have. I feel like I should be able to come with the same pressure too, right? So we gotta be on even playing fields, and I want that for myself. So I'm focused on applying pressure for myself first right now. So, I'm cool with not dating. But if if the right guy came along and showed me something extraordinary, not ordinary, extraordinary, then I would be willing to at least give them the time of day. But right now, I don't see it. So
they gotta bring pressure. That's all it is.
It's nothing
Day
wrong.
1, minute 1, conversation 1.
Uno, no dose.
Ain't no second chances, period.
Period.
Yeah, they say that's the new model of 2022. Don't mess up, and if you do, you better know what you're doing because I ain't coming back. Don't mess up, and if you do, you better know what you're doing because I ain't coming back. And I'm gonna just leave that there.
Leave that there, honey.
Leave that there, sis, for real.
If you want all of this, be my guest. Just know it ain't coming back.
That's it.
It ain't coming easy.
That either.
Easy. Don't nothing come easy.
Easy, I'm lying. I'm lying. I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead, good sis.
You gotta be a fight and struggle. Yep, go ahead, Chef Cham.
What's pressure, Chef Cham? How you coming? How they gotta come to the table?
I don't know, because y'all said everything that I would love, but I love me a man that want to spend time with me. Like, make me your time. Don't tell me you got to fit me in or plan something for me. Don't let me do it. Just take that initiative. It ain't got to be no fancy day. I am not a flexer. We've already discussed this. I'm not a flexer. You could come in, get some little dollar rose petals from the dollar store or Amazon or wherever you get them from, decorate. It's the intimacy for me, wanting to be in my presence and feel my energy, and we can connect on a spiritual level and talk and discuss business. That's some pressure.
Baby.
That's some pressure. Yeah. These men make time for what they want to make time for. So if you got somebody that's I don't want to say want to be all up in your grill and in your space. Sometimes you gotta appreciate that, because a lot of these dudes, they don't want to be in your presence. They just want to feel your presence. They want to feel your body. They want to feed off the energy that you give, because a lot of these men is broken anyway. So
yes,
Broken.
That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
We was about to get deep into it.
No. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring that back. But
say that for next week.
To end it off, ladies, what would you tell your 18-year-old self?
Let me go real quick. Let me just
Nurse J.
My 18-year-old self would say, don't settle. because it's more to life than settling. Like at the end of the day, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, it's better out there for everybody. Like it's someone out there for everybody. It's a job for everybody. Keep working. Don't give up on yourself. Don't, because my 18-year-old self, I settled in my 20s. But at the end of the day, I've learned as you grow, you learn. The older you get, the more you learn. But my 18-year-old self definitely don't settle, because I did a lot of settling. I forgot how I want to word it. I forgot my worth. I forgot who I was. I lost myself multiple times, not just as of recently, multiple times I've lost myself. But now it's like, I'm not settling for nothing. I'm not settling for no man. I'm not settling for a job. I'm a nurse. It's so many jobs I can get. I'm not about to sit up here and be miserable in a job. And to be quite honest, when I started business, I ain't gonna be a nurse, because that's no longer fulfilling my happiness. It's disturbing my peace. So when you are disturbed peacefully, mentally, whatever, you don't gotta deal with that, because it's better. Like I don't want to be unhappy all my life. And when I was 18, I felt like, oh, I just got to do this because this is all I got. You know, if I get this job, I got to stay here forever because I may not get another job. But it's not like, oh, this man, I may not find nobody else. When you lose yourself, you just feel like nothing can get better. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't settle. To make a long story short, don't settle. That's what I would tell my 18-year-old self. What about you, Shurelle Monet?
Keep it brief. My 18-year-old self, I would have told her to leave them dudes alone. I was a I can't think of the word. A romantic,
Hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic. I was a hopeless romantic when I was young. I stayed in relationships for a long time. So I would have just said, leave these dudes alone, focus on yourself, and really figure out, explore. There's so much more to life than relationships. So I would have just explored other things. I feel like I would have been a lot further in life if I had not been so focused on a relationship. So young ladies, that dude that you dating in high school, he may be it, but he probably most likely is not. So I want you to understand that this is not, that is just one part of your world. There's, and that's just, it's this little. It's this little. So please, baby girl, go after them dreams. Go to that school. Not let that dude tell you that you can't go to that school because y'all not gonna be together no more. And
he ain't gonna be there. Let it go.
Go after whatever dreams you want, because I'm telling you, if he's it, he will be there. It will happen. Even if he got to come back, y'all got to grow apart sometimes to get back together. All types of stuff is happening. You're growing. You're not going to be the same people that y'all was when y'all was in high school. So for me, at that point, when I graduated, I should have done some things differently. I should have really went off and explored the world and been single. And so that's the only thing I got for myself, is to explore. That's what I'm doing now. Exploring and other options, and focus solely on myself. That's it. And put God first. Put God first. Please put God first, because he will help you. Literally, I'm telling you, he will see you through. Like, he will show you things. If you literally are talking to him like you're supposed to be, you will miss out on so much pain and hurt.
You gotta listen to what he's saying. That's the thing. You can hear him. Yeah. You gotta listen.
You gotta follow through, because he know where he's taking you. You just gotta be ready to let him lead. So that's it. I'm done. That's it.
Amen. Yes, I love the sermon. Yes. Amen. I feel like we in church tonight. I love it.
You love it. I love to see you.
I love it. B, Miss Werking.
So when I was 18, I was already in college. So I'm gonna take it back a year to 17. I would tell myself, go to Howard. I wanted to go to Howard University bad as fuck. I would tell myself, go. Whatever you got to sell, them scholarships, whatever you have to do, them loans, do that shit and go to fucking Howard, because I would just be somewhere different. I would also tell her, start that business, because I had shit in my head at 17 that I should have done before everybody else was doing it. Could have really had some money by now, some success.
I told you, could have been up here by now, sis.
Yeah. So start that business.
Her way. It's cool.
It's okay.
Go to that school, what I would tell myself. And I feel like that's it. Because I wasn't even looking at niggas. So I wasn't even that is whatever. Fuck them niggas. It's been that. It's still that for me. Go to that school, start that business, and just focus on yourself. That's how it would feel me.
Okay.
Yeah,
simple.
Here
And plain. I know that's right.
Hey, then. I don't know. I would say, besides saving your money, one thing I wish I would have done, honestly, to be all honest, I wish I would have saved myself. Just on a humble. And any young women that's listening or thinking about making that next step to intertwine with another soul tie, but getting that at an early age and then not really healing from your past traumas and just keep going, it's a lot. So that's one thing I would say is I would have saved myself when I was 18. Yeah, I wouldn't have my son right now, but of course I don't regret my son. He's the highlight of my life. I love him. He's my heart. But that is my advice. Not just save your money, but save yourself. These men, these boys, they only temporary. You forever. Your mind, your thoughts is forever. So if I could have waited a little bit longer, at least until I knew my self-worth, because when you're young, you don't really know your self-worth until you go through some shit. Like, let's be honest. Until you really go through some shit, you might not know your self-worth. So that'll be me. Learn your self-worth before you get that up. Save yourself. You forever, sis.
Amen.
Preach, honey. Preach. And ladies, red flags aren't green. Don't ignore the red flags.
Right.
They are real. They probably not going to change. That's something else I should have told myself. Always giving people the benefit of the doubt. But no, a red flag, that's if they showing you how they are in the beginning, believe it. Because you can't change nobody.
Right.
I spent many years, I say years, trying to change people that's still the same person right now, whether I'm dealing with them or not. Still the same person. So don't ignore red flags because they show not green, honey.
They never green.
They not green.
Last thing I would probably say is to be more open. I would tell my younger self that.
I love that.
I love nobody shit. I'm a very introvert person, but to be more in tune with my emotions. That's it.
You gotta feel your emotions to grow. It's nothing wrong with feeling emotions. And I will say that again, we've all have grown with dealing with our emotions, whether it's been sad, angry, pissed through the roof, because this times we really be feeling some type of ways. I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm not tripping and just send this to the group real quick, because now we just gonna give you some clearance and recertification. But sometimes you really need that. Okay, let me make sure it's not me, and let me gather my thoughts and make sure I'm really not in my feelings or in my emotions, because your emotions can, like I said earlier, it can cloud your thoughts. It really, really can. So that was an amazing.
Good.
I love thinking about my 18-year-old self. Like, girl. It really brought me back. Like, what was I doing at 18? Like, child.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I think we have learned that we're putting cold blacks to the side, unless they're in a positive manner from now on. And I think that we are learning our self-worth and learning what we deserve. And we hope that y'all take the same things that we've discussed in this episode and use them and apply them to your lives, and get rid of that toxicity, and we love you guys. We want y'all to thrive and grow as we thrive and grow.
Yep.
And so we want y'all to tune back in with us next week for yet another great episode. We love you guys. We want you guys to come back and tune in with us. I just said that. I know I did. I know I just said that.
Oh, can we have a drop what you guys would tell your 18-year-old selves?
Yes.
Put that in the comment section below.
Yeah, you gotta vibe with us, right?
Subscribe as well. Comment your 18-year-old self. Comment anything else you guys want to hear us talk about as well. And we will be back next Wednesday with another great topic. Follow us on Instagram with Boss Talks WTC. Okay. for any updates and notifications. And we love y'all.
Until next time, America.
Not America.